It's amazing that like most of problems can be solved by one cup of really good coffee.
Couldn't agree more.
Or at least postpone your problems another day.
I like how we rebelled and wore skinny jeans.
I love it too. That's how we're starting today. Like skinny jeans are back, baby. I don't care what anyone says. I am over this like oversized, wide leg. No,
short humans.
Awful.
Okay, sure. I love it.
I get a straight leg, but like
straight leg does nothing. It makes me look wider.
Maybe it's not a straight leg.
The baggy one is really cute, but you have to be like you could do it because you're very.
You have to be lost in it.
Yeah, but like I have too much, so then I just look big.
I don't know. I think I look cute, but then when I see myself like in a picture or something, I'm like, it's not the way that in my brain it was. It's not. Whatever. So that today, these were in like my bin because of my purging from episodes ago. And I was like, do I get rid of all my skinny jeans? Because I had like 4 pairs. And I decided that I was going to keep like 2 pairs. Because I was like, Laura, if they come back, you can buy more.
So I kept my 2 favorites. That's what I did. I was like, these fit so well. And they're like the bigger of it. I actually have a pair that I will never fit into again.
But you saved that.
But I am just holding on to that. Maybe I'll come to my daughter.
I don't think people realize like how, like right now, I feel like the next generation, they don't have their skinny jeans. Because like, yeah, they've had baggy, but it's like been different styles of baggy. It's like, it's like whatever you want. Straight leg, baggy leg. Right now, I think they're like a capri and
a barrel leg.
And a barrel leg, which I thought was atrocious. But now I'm like, actually,
when I see barrel legs on people, when I see them, I'm like, I like them. Yeah. But then when I put it on, I'm like, I don't like it.
I am lost in a barrel.
Look, I look more barrel-y than I am already.
Now I don't even need a Halloween costume. And so I feel like people don't understand what the skinny jean meant to us millennials. Like they were our entire personality for an entire generation. Every girl wearing the same shoe, along with like a cutout, like suede shoe with like strings.
We lost me.
Like a heel, but like that. Like,
oh my god, yes! Oh my god, yes!
Like I
yes!
Whereas like I always knew that from the waist down was figured out. I just had to add a shirt.
A going out top.
Which was like a silky, like
flowy boho. So if you ate a little too much, a little boho, no big deal.
You were good.
You were laughing. I call them my over 30 shirts because they just flow.
Yes.
Flow.
I miss those times. I guess you know what we should do, because I was thinking about our last episode, and I was thinking about how we talk about fashion.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? It really should just be like, if something looks good on you, you should just wear it.
That's kind of what this is my rebellious today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put them on because I like them and they look nice on me and they still work for my body. And I was like,
and it should always be that way. And I feel like now that we're in our 40s, like we really shouldn't be trying, because the more I try, the worse I think my outfits get.
Well, because I think we have to stick. Yeah. I mean, also, but remember, I remember when skinny jeans came out, and we had jeans before skinny jeans. Our jeans were like, there's no stretch. They were just jeans, right?
Yeah.
Put them in the dryer.
Those came back.
And then, but I feel like even as I was like, I don't know, that's very skinny. It's very tight. Like I remember not liking that idea originally.
Right.
So I feel like there's just resistance, but I think at this age, I don't
want to wear things that
don't look. I just want to be comfortable. I want to feel presentable, and that's all I want. And I just feel like we gotta rebel a little bit and just do I follow some people and I just love them that are like, I'm wearing the dinosaur dress today because it makes me happy, and I'm like,
hell yeah. Our algorithms are very different. Because that's not what's coming up in my feed. My feed's like, here's 6 ways to wear like the new it things.
See, I kind of probably need them.
Like the cigarette jean is in, and like this is how you wear that, or like get rid of your Sambas. This Adidas shoes now, and I'm like, now I gotta get rid of my Sambas. But like I get overwhelmed by it, and then I try to do things that I don't know how to like put them together, and I feel like
I always think you look very much together.
That's a nice thing.
I'm not gonna lie, when you watch it, and I was like, see, this is not rebelling. But the level of validation, I was like, oh shit, she's got skinny jeans on too.
I can wear skinny
then that means I actually am professional.
So you're cool today. Laura's doing it. I filmed something this morning and I put a heel on to film the thing.
How was that?
And then I was like, do I actually just walk out of my house in a heel today to make this legit?
I mean, you could.
And then I was like, Karen, what are you doing? And then I was like, but it makes me happy. And then I was like, but the idea of carrying a baby with a baby in grass with heels, I was like,
the mobility.
So I took them off. Yeah. So it was just for the.
You should just brought them for the content.
Look
for the outfit.
I know. now I have them. So now I'm like, oh, so all my clothes now, because now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm never gonna wear any of my heels again.
You will.
And I'm like, I guess I'll just wear them for content, and then I'll put them right back on the shelf.
And they get loved, and they get a little high. You will. You gotta like give yourself a year, and then going out's gonna get easier, and you'll get a babysit. Like things will simmer, and you'll have more energy.
And I'm also hopeful that when this podcast turns mega huge, that like we're gonna have to like go to things. We're gonna get invited to things.
Literal fear.
Oh, really? I'm like, please.
No, I mean, like, that would be so wonderful in terms of, like,
no, I don't want to talk to anybody there.
But, like,
but I want to go with you, and I want to get ready.
You have to dress me up then. Then you have to style.
Yeah, that's the deal. Okay. That's the deal. So I get to do my favorite thing. I get to get dressed. I get to get redressed. You don't even have to go.
You just dress up and get ready.
I have to get, like, I need a reason to get dressed up. I miss that.
If we can blast late 90s, early 2000s music while getting ready.
Easy, done. I don't have anything else. I can tell you anything new that's happening.
I learned new things because my kids are getting into music. So we did a family trip and we were driving, and my husband's like, "How do you know these songs?" And I was like, "How do they know? Cool?" Because like they talk about
radio though.
Well, they get like we have Spotify, so they like they play Spotify.
So they learn that, but how do they learn about like a new singer, a new song, a new like?
Good question. Like they come from school, but like how do they learn?
Maybe the older kid who can
siblings, maybe. Probably like through siblings who have like social media content. Like our kids, my kids are not on social media. But it's probably like via siblings, and they pick up on it because like I don't listen to radio.
Like I do a bit, but not a lot. And it's more of laziness. I'm too lazy. Like my phone doesn't always attach. Or
yeah.
And I'm like, the radio will do it today. Like
I just don't know. This is probably because I have 3. I literally drive in silence. I used to be like the pumping, blasting, need a song for a cruise, and now I will like literally get to a destination, and I'm like, I didn't even turn it on.
You're trying to be present, or you're just so in your brain?
I think I'm just in silence. I just want the silence. It's like getting silence is.
You don't have it.
You and far between.
I was telling you quickly that we left the cottage on the weekend, and we went to leave. So we packed up the boat, went to turn on the boat, got the baby in the. Oh my God, the words, the life jacket, it was a whole shebang. Get in the boat, doesn't turn on, right? So it takes hours for us to get someone to come to the boat, to look at the boat, to then say we can't fix the boat. Then they got to go back to the marina to drop off all the people that came. Then they got to come back at us, take us with our dog, with our baby back. So it was like, it was hours in between of what we were supposed to leave and when we actually left. And my husband and I drove separate cars. Then we get in the car and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start pumping because we just got in the car. As I'm getting in the car, like my husband's driving away, I realize I forget like a little piece at our cottage, which is on the island, and then we have no boat to go get it. And it's my only pump. And I literally, old Laura would have just called my husband and bitched him out.
Yeah.
Because as per usual,
I just gotta unload
his fault. It is his fault. And this time I just drove for like half an hour with silence. And I was like, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm just going to remind myself that nothing's wrong. Like, currently nothing is wrong. Like I'm just driving and everything is fine.
But that is so mindful. Like I would have been bawling if that was like my first, and I would have been like, this is just I'm overwhelmed. I can't and one more thing, and like that is so mindful.
Well, it was mindful in the moment, but I will tell you that the next like 2 days were like rough. Like I'm coming off of like a 3-day. It felt like a hangover. For my weekend. Like, I was like, my weekend is more stressful than my life.
Traveling,
it's supposed to be the opposite.
Yeah, traveling and like change. I feel like transitioning with kids is a whole new world, and I literally mean transitioning, like getting into and out of a car,
people
getting into and out of a house.
Appreciate that.
Like it is
unless you've had it.
Like, it would not even register on your brain. I think unless like we grew up in, like my sister's neurodivergent, so we grew up with transitioning has always been a thing. But I think it like in an everyday person's life, I don't think you would think anything of it. Yeah. And maybe it does actually affect you, but you just don't even register it. Whereas, like, the second you get a kid, it is very evident that, like, starting something new, ending something, leaving a threshold, going through a doorway.
The mental gymnastics that you have to go to think, okay, so I have to be at this place at this time, and then you got to work backwards. Okay, so when do they have to feed? When do I have to change a diaper? When do they nap? Are they going to nap in the car? Are they not going to nap in the car? If they don't nap in the car, am I willing to like be on the highway with them screaming?
Yes.
Like you have to work everything backwards, and I don't think people understand the mental bandwidth
No.
that goes
You're
into
constantly reverse mathing. You're like
Yeah.
reverse engineering.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, all
I
day.
saw something on Instagram. This woman, she was on a podcast. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this, but there was this woman explaining to these men who were like the podcast hosts, like what women do in our brains.
Yeah.
And there was a female podcast host as well. So I think it was like 2 guys and a girl were the hosts.
Okay.
And then there was a guest. And the woman host just started crying as this woman was talking. Like she was like a doctor, right? And just saying like how much like women and then we're awake at 3 a.m. thinking, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that to my friend. I shouldn't have said that to the person at the park. Oh, I hope I didn't hurt their feelings. Oh my gosh, now my husband tomorrow and their health. And did he go to the doctor? Oh my gosh, now I realized I gotta get this and I didn't buy that from the grocery store. Now my kid's having microclasses and this woman just started crying. And then I'm like, why are you crying? And she's like, because I've never felt so seen by somebody like you guys don't understand what we're doing, how exhausting. I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. Like it's so exhausting.
It's exhausting. It's a mental load.
It's the mental
and it never ends. And I think there is that level of spiral. Like we joked about it. My friend, another mom friend, and but like I'm like, how many birthday presents have you got on Amazon at 3 a.m.? How many Christmas presents did you get done this year at 3 a.m.? Because your brain is just constantly on.
But what a man would do is, oh shit, I forgot the Christmas gift, let me buy it. We buy the Christmas gift and then have shame and guilt and I'm not remembering.
Totally.
And like, I'm the worst.
Also, how many partners buy, like, generally it falls on us to do all that stuff.
That's true.
Right? Like, to prep all the things, get all the parties organized, get the list, get going. Like, I'm not throwing partners under buses, because
I am.
Get under there.
Get under that bus.
Get under that bus. But yeah, no, I feel like that's like the mental load is real. And the shifting from having yourself to be responsible for to having someone else to be responsible for is huge. And then somehow I feel like that, like I never felt responsible for my husband when we were married.
Never. Although I think my husband does feel responsible for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally.
So that might be exhausting.
Which is like, I mean, maybe actually.
Like he can't try. Yeah, he needs to look after me.
See,
I won't eat properly. Like I won't give myself water.
He's like
I'm like a plant. I know. I'm like a plant, and he's like, did you see the sun in the last week? I don't know, honey. Like,
I remember when you said that. I'm like, what have you done for your health recently?
Not much. Like, why do I not feel up
17 hours today?
Yeah.
Did you eat?
Like last night? So
yeah.
Here's the truth. I bought cookies online because I was like, no, I want to be one of those people who can have things in the house and like not gorge. So I put them in the freezer. And then yesterday, I ate, but then I actually yesterday ate like 3 of the cookies.
Yeah.
They're like, each cookie probably has like 5 cookies in them. So good. And then my husband gets home and he's like, what's for dinner? I'm like, I don't know what's for dinner for you, but I ate cookies.
So sometimes you just gotta treat yourself.
And we're going to bed.
You're like, good night. Have a lovely day.
Yeah. So if you want an idea of the type of day I've had, just look in the garbage at the cookie waste.
You know what though? That's not how things. Like it happens, we do it, and then we just move on. We don't sit and we don't spiral about it. We don't want to we had a day. It was delicious. We move on. And we eat healthy tomorrow. Like don't freak about it. You know?
That's true. That's true. Oh Laura, this would have turned into a
month-long loathing.
Yeah.
This is way.
It's like a new day. A new day.
A new day. Exactly.
Speaking of new days, topic for the day.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a little scarier when you don't know the topic. Like it's exciting, but I'm also like, oh my god.
I prefer not to know the topic.
Do you?
Yeah.
I
prefer not to know.
to
I have been stressing over the topic for 2 weeks. And I'm like, is it a good topic? I don't know if it's a good topic. Like, am I going to put her on the spot?
That's
too?
the thing, but like it's exciting, but not like, oh, I can talk about anything.
Okay. Well,
let's
okay. And I feel like this is just pertinent to me because this is the zone that I'm in, which is my baby's now 6 months. And life has suddenly gotten harder. Like, not like it was easy, but it was just baby before.
Yeah.
Then I started getting a routine, and I was like, okay, I'm getting this, I'm understanding it. I'm getting up, I'm getting ready. I can, feed myself. Like, I had time to do stuff. The routine was working. Now I'm starting to realize, oh shit, I need like hacks. So today is about mom hacks.
Oh!
Today is about mom hacks. Like, and I also want to like maybe touch on what hacks work for you. You've had 3 kids. You somehow managed. Like you must be the busiest and most insane human being, just running around like a chicken with your head cut off most of the time. No woman wants to be running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Do we care to fix it? Do we hack our way through it, or are we just like no, accept it? that this is the stage you're in, and like not everything has to be perfect. Like I'm curious where your headspace goes on this.
Oh my god, I'm spinning. There's so many
I know. So start anywhere.
Okay, so I think the first thing for me, and this, okay, oh my god, this is gonna be such a disorder. I have so many things. I need to write things down. I feel like a proper podcast host. I was like, let me just jot down my
But see, if I don't tell Karen ahead of time, she's gonna. So tomorrow you're gonna be like, oh, I thought it.
That's okay. You know what? That's the whole point of this podcast. We're on a topic.
Right on topic.
God love us if we try and we stay on one lane ever. Okay, the first thing that came to mind is not even a hack, and it was something I feel I had the privilege of figuring out by being basically broken with a third.
Yes. So
there's like a magical thing that happens after a third, and it's just like you just get really broken. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in like it's that sound.
It's like a horse that we broke it in. Like you have no spirit left.
Basically, it's that's actually the reverse. It's like kind of liberating. Like you don't sweat as much stuff as you sweat before, and like you just don't care. Like I remember dropping off a play date, but she's like, drop them both off. We'll have a cool we'll have a play date. Come back and pick them up in like 2 hours. So I was like, cool. Do that, like get 2 hours with, I think I ran some errands. We had a dinner to get to that night for a family. And something happened with like my youngest. And I was just, we fell asleep. He fell asleep at like a random time. And I was like so I'm messaging the mom. I'm like, I am so sorry. Like he's out cold. He's not in the car. Like I'm trying to get him up because he's kind of like, he's coming out of naps.
Okay.
But he hadn't quite gotten out of naps. Like, are you pressed? Do I have to get the kids? She's like, no, we have no plans. Like, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, at least I'm not pushing on her schedule. He gets settled. He gets up. I like go pick up the kids, and then I'm like, we'll have to just go right from their house to dinner, which is like about 20 minutes away. And I like literally show up at her door, and I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm like, and also I'm basically going to be an hour late for this dinner, and I'm like, I don't even care. Like I don't.
But I feel like you never cared.
Oh no, it always stressed me out.
Really?
Oh my god, I'd eat away.
Because you'd always be late.
Yeah, it's always late.
See, it would stress me out, but I still like trying to be on time.
Well, I always tried to be on time, honestly. Like, and it would stress me that I could, and I was. I also now realize this is another thing. Okay, so interesting enough on that. This is a whole other thing of time management. So I was like, I don't even care. Like, I was responsible. Like, I messaged. It was my family too. Yeah. But I was like, guys, listen. Like, order without me. I'm gonna get there when I get there. Like, this is just what's happening right now. That would have like eaten me alive 2 kids ago. But like now I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I am not stressing about this. Like,
but are you kind of stressing about it? And then you're telling yourself like, don't stress about it.
No, like it's just like
it wasn't even there.
That would have been like I would have been, I am late attending you, but I'm so sorry. I feel so really bad. That was happened to. Whereas like now I'm like, it happened. Like it just happened, and
so it's just like anything else.
And we're just moving on. Everyone's safe. We're just moving on. Like,
oh god,
there is like something about that is like very liberating. I'm not saying use it as to be like a dick to humans. Like, I'm sorry, I have 3 kids. I can't do anything, and I'm not reliable.
Yeah,
like you have to be a citizen, but
yeah.
You don't sweat the stuff anymore. So
that came naturally, or was there a practice that?
I think it happens. I think you're just so tired. Like I'm just like I don't have the energy to worry about this. Like this is not an emergency.
It seems
like it felt like an emergency.
It's interesting. I have my eyes been twitching for 3 weeks. I think it was twitching in the last podcast episode too.
You mentioned that.
And then I was like looking it up, and it's like anxiety, stress, exhaustion. I'm like, all 3. But like, so I just like you don't have the energy to have the anxiety. I'm like, I still am finding the energy to have the anxiety.
And for the thing with firsts is it's firsts, so everything's new, right? You're like that. Getting concepts of mom hacks is brilliant, but you kind of organically find your own.
Okay.
The one thing I found really comforting, my sister-in-law and I would hash this out, and I don't know if this is valid, but it always seemed to like be an explanation. Is we always talked about the rule of 3s.
Okay.
So, and this kid's like, you can really stretch this.
I love
stretch husbands.
Yes. Okay. 3 of them?
Yes.
3 husbands make one
could you
decent.
I don't have the energy for one, basically.
No, but at least like
yeah. You get 1 clean, 1 cooks, 1 baby watches. I'll be on the yacht. No, just because in this fantasy, we own a yacht.
In this case, yeah, 3 husbands and we have a yacht.
We have a yacht.
Yes.
We're gonna go big. We're gonna go big.
And we have monogrammed slippers.
Of course we do. Obviously. Yeah, so this is like, you'll find you get in a rhythm of something, and then that rhythm suddenly gets disrupted. Like the sleep changes, or there's a growth spurt, or they're not eating what they want to eat. And we found, if you look back to it, always seems to fall on threes. So like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months,
3 years.
3 years, 3 weeks, 6 weeks. Like there always seem to be sort of these rules.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay? Like there's just a rule of threes. Like whether or not that's true or not, I sometimes find when something happens, like you get it, you're like, I nailed this. I nailed this.
100%.
I know this routine, and then suddenly the routine is like useless.
I don't know why the world has to be. That's cruel though, because you spend weeks being like, oh my god, this is stressful, and then hacking, and you finally are like, I can breathe again, and then boom.
Bam.
No, you can't, bitch.
There's something
No,
comforting.
you can't.
No, not a chance. But there's something comforting about having an explanation. Does that make sense? Like maybe that's just me.
Okay.
But being like, oh my god, why am I?
You're not failing,
and your explanation is not like
it's just the rule of
it's not you.
Okay.
It's not, but it's just and like rule of threes also applies to dads, and this is my dadding part suggestion, is they really don't jump, and it's not their fault. It's when the kid hits 3, you will see a huge shift in their ability to parent, and I think it's mainly because the child is more self-sufficient, can communicate. They're a lot more confident with taking them places because it's just like they're a little more little neat and tiny package.
Right.
Versus
tiny package. I would spend some time with her.
What?
The Midwest.
The Midwest. Oh, our little Midwest friends.
Oh,
hi,
we're not watching.
We'll send it to them.
We'll send it to them.
Shout out. Yeah, so I think like
okay, so you're so that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna go into this as a hack, but I feel like you're gonna come at it from like a mentality perspective.
I think that the best hacks are mentality perspective.
Damn it.
No, there's like there are things. So like
what did you give up on? Like for
life.
me.
Everything.
Just everything about anything that had to do with myself, for example. Like, okay, up until now, I've been trying to like cook healthy meals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But it's like, my hack was, okay, let's order a meal delivery service where like you cook it, but it's like I don't have to think of like the I don't have to grocery shop. I don't have to think of the ingredients. I don't have to think of like something interesting for my husband to eat.
Yes.
Like
it just comes as a recipe.
It comes as a recipe. I just have to cook it. And that was working, and it made me feel good. Like I'm cooking well for my husband, my child, seeing like me cook.
Yeah.
And we're sitting down at the table and we're eating together.
Yeah.
And that was working up until we ate cookies for dinner. And then it wasn't working. No, up until a couple weeks ago, and my husband's like, you gotta stop cooking. Just order like meals that are already cooked that we're just heating up again. Because he's like, the baby at 4 o'clock now is freaking out, can't not be in my arms.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, I can't put my baby down to cook, and now he's grabbing at things. I used to be able to hold him and cook. Now it's like, I open the oven, what am I, or the stove, and he's gonna grab at something.
Oh,
so like, just accepting that like, okay, well, you can order in food delivery services. You can, yesterday, I ordered groceries to my house.
Look at,
I was like, and to me, that seems so self-indulgent.
I know.
Because the service fee
just to pay the service. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And it is really funny, right? Like the way in which I am cheap, my husband can't stand it. Like he's like, so let me get this straight. You have 100 pairs of shoes. And I'll buy like designer shoes. Like I will spend money on clothes and like the most ridiculous thing. But then I'm like, service charge
$4 for delivery
for convenience? I don't think so.
Girl math. You're girl math.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. $4 should go to my.
But you know what?
purse.
Sometimes if you need a hack, if you need a mental hack for that, and be like, this is indulgent. This is actually how I sometimes think, because I've recently started doing that as well, like getting more things delivered than having to take 3 children out or go and get things. Is someone is making money off of that? Like someone is.
So like I'm helping the economy.
Yeah, like someone is chosen to take a side hustle, or it's maybe a full-time gig, and that is employing them. That is increasing their profitability for the day on that delivery, which is also probably an indulgent thought. But it makes sense. But I'm like, I feel like there's a benefit here. Like
I like that you go there, because I also brought back. So I had a woman who was like cleaning for me years and years and years ago. She had a baby.
Yeah.
And she moved back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And now she's back, and she was like looking for work. And I was like, I have other cleaners, like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't need that. And then, but just recently I was like, hey, you have kids, so like, you know what you're doing. Do you want to come over and like just meet my baby? And
Yeah.
so like, she came over for the first time yesterday. So I'm like thinking maybe she could like sit at times. Like, I don't need a full-time nanny, but like, it's hard for a woman to relinquish maybe power, control, like even just like the cooking. Now like the controls, it's not in my control. Or if like I give it to my husband, he's not cooking the healthy food that I want. He's not thinking, should I get lentils in our diet? Should I get fish in our diet?
Yes.
Like he's not thinking, this is the mental load that women are always thinking.
Yeah,
and I
really pushing of it.
And I don't necessarily need someone to take my kid, but what I need is someone to like maybe do the rest.
Yeah.
You know, and you're seeing a lot of this on Instagram where it's like women need a village and like we need all this help, and women are like, I don't actually need help with my baby. I've got my baby. I need someone who can help me with everything.
But that's often the village, right? Like if you're with your baby nursing, someone is making you food. If you are engaging with your baby, someone is there helping with the dishes. Like that is the village. And then when you need a break, then someone is there to take the baby.
Right.
Like it is that constant flow, and we don't have that in North America.
No,
we don't.
And I was talking to her about this because I said, well, how were you when you had your baby? And she was like, well, I was in the Philippines, so like she goes, it's so different there. Like everyone comes around, everyone lives close to each other, and like you kind of are just like swapping the baby around, swapping tasks around. And I was like, here it's not like that at all. You have to buy your village here.
Yeah.
You have to pay for your village.
We have a very dear member of our family who's from the Philippines, and oh my god, her comment of how a mom recovers after giving birth, like the things that are done for this mother, like they have like immediately they have, so the mom basically does stay like rested. Everyone takes the baby. She has the baby whenever she wants the baby, but there is people always take the baby, so she needs to sleep. She can sleep. There is already, they like would tie a rope so you can get yourself out, up and down with assistance. These basically she's like they're midwives, but she's like, I'm not really sure if that's what they would refer to themselves as. I think it's like every day for a while, and I'm gonna say maybe it's 30 days, but that could be a little bit off. But they come with coconut oil and they massage the mother, like the hips and the belly, so it helps the uterus get back into proper place. It helps like the aches and the pelvic floor heal, and they make sure she's like the amount of care that is given to the mother during the first weeks of recovery with this baby. I was like,
doesn't that seem very like anti like, because in North America I feel like we're so indulgent here. Like that seems like such an indulgence, but it seems something that we would do where it's like, that's ridiculous. The rest of the world doesn't function like that.
But
it's
they do. It's the opposite. Like we are like, it's not even an indulgence. It's a necessity for a healthy recovery.
Right? Like, I guess that's what's North America about it. It's like get up, get going.
Yes.
We have things to do. We have efficiency. And see, even my question about mom hacks is so North America. Yeah. And I'm like, what's the hack? How can I be more efficient? How can I get more done? Yeah. And like that, it's like, stop. Yeah. You don't need.
But the problem is you do, because you don't have the village. So the hack becomes the support of the village because we don't have all the people. Just you gotta move here.
I know, right?
And then at least you'll get it.
I tell you, and like here I am schlepping across the city to see you or my parents or whatever. And I think my husband's really starting to understand because he still wants us to live in like Toronto proper, and I'm like, I don't have a village there. He's like, you can make friends. And I was like, yes, I can, but like, that's a whole different... Making friends is not your village, like tomorrow. Yeah. I was like, I need help with my baby today, not when my baby's in school, when my kid's in school most of the time. I mean, like now.
And I remember like telling my husband that was, I think, my second when she was born. Because I was postpartum with my first, I was postpartum, ended up being postpartum with all of them in slightly different forms, anxiety, depression, rage. All three with my last. Real interesting combo.
It was just like, let's just give it to you. Let's just the fireworks.
The fireworks. The fine. But I remember explaining to him, I don't like. He was like, why don't we get? We have more help now. And I think that's another. I have to be open and admit, like I have help twice a week with my children. It just gives me, which I think is, I feel super lucky that I do. But like I do have a bit more of a village now, but before I didn't. My parents are amazing, but they're just not often around in town. And he was like, let's get somebody. And I was like, I don't want a new person. Like I'm gonna be walking around just leaking. Like bras off, floppy tits, swollen as fuck.
And you're actually a person that you don't care about that.
I'm very
Think
open.
about me.
Right. And I was like, I don't want a random person they don't know getting to know them when I'm in that stage of my life.
Agreed.
Like, that is not okay with me. Like, I will need physical support by people I know. And like,
I don't even want like my friends to see me like that.
I know. I remember the first time I came to visit you.
Like, I had like my shit together.
You don't need to have your shit together.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, like
we did live together for a long time.
I know, but even
I know you like without anything on. You're fine.
I know, but like I never was like walking around naked and stuff. But there is 100%. You'd be like putting cream on yourself, just fully naked, and I'm like, hi boobs and ass, like. Nice to see you. Okay. And it's funny, my husband called after this cleaner left. Well, she's not a cleaner. So now she's the babysitter, we'll call it. And he's like, well, how was it? And I was like, well, awkward.
Yeah.
You know, like there's this person who I don't really know, ironically, because I'd always be at work when she was at my house. And now she's like giving me tips on how to be a mom. And I find that awkward too, because I'm very much like, I will take people's, like I won't be like, that's cool, you do it your way, I'm gonna do it my way. Like I'm like, I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. So like she's also like, well, have you ever thought of like playing like lullabies? Maybe a good mother would think about playing lullabies for the kid. I'm like, I have jazz music on most of the time, like. So like, you know, and then I showed her like the bedroom. Yeah. And right now my baby's still sleeping in that crib that you gave by the bed. Yeah. But he's almost too big for it. And so I'm like, and I said to her, I don't know what to do next. And she goes, well, you never had your baby sleep in bed with you? Like, it's just very different, like, styles. And I'm like, well, no, but now he's big enough. But I'm like, but if I put my baby down for a nap and I walk away, I don't know if they should be in a big bed by themselves.
Bed rails.
So, okay, but what about, so we're not concerned about sheets anymore at 6 months and like them.
So, when I did that, I always put them on top. Like, I just, you don't unmake the bed, you just put them on top of the bed.
Yeah, that's fair. And then side rails. And they're not really moving around enough. So, I guess my point is like, I felt like an idiot. Yeah. Like, so she left and I was like, oh my gosh, now this person's judging me. Probably not. For being, because apparently I think I'm that important in her life as well.
But that's the ego. And see, like, this is the thing with mommy, it's like there's so much shame. And there's so much,
so I'm not going to come back because she's making me feel like, and then like, I just gave her my baby and I was like, I'm going to do stuff in the basement. Like, I didn't know what to do with her and I didn't know what to tell her to do. Yeah. Like, she's had 2 babies. She knows what she's doing. Like, it would almost be easier if she had no kids because then I would be the authority. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm the child and like she's coming here and telling me what to do and I'm like, okay, like.
But kind of in a way, so there is a weird, in the tribe of motherhood, which I think tribe is probably not an appropriate term either because I feel like I might be appropriating. But in the group, in the club of motherhood.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like there kind of is a hierarchy, but in like a very loving way. It's not like top down. It's more circular. Right. And that like there are those women that have more experience. It doesn't mean that's the way you have to do it, but the experience is there if you want to pull from it. Right?
Yeah, and it is so that way, Karen, and it makes me laugh because we are just different. You are such a wholesome, holistic person, and you're like, you know, like you're more spiritual than I am, and you're like, I feel the pull of the moon and the tides, and like, and you know, this club of women where I'm like, this bitch came and walked up in my house and told me what to do with my baby, like, get your judgment out of here. Like, and it's, why do I think that that's what's happening? Is it because I'm not judgmental? I don't know.
You're not judgmental. That's the funniest thing.
Maybe I am. Maybe secretly, like, am I doing?
But you're not a judgmental person at all.
I don't think I am, but I wonder why I think everyone's judging me.
So it's a perception thing, maybe. But again, because
I also want to do well, and I don't want.
Yes.
I don't like when people are like, if someone's looking at me and like I'm doing something funny. Yeah. Okay. So here's a sidebar. The mat that you change your baby on. Yeah. So you probably noticed this the first time I came here. I opened up the mat, but I put the outside up and the inside down. And the inside being like the plasticky part, and the inside being like literally when you fold it, the part that's inside. Which would make sense that that's the part that you would want your baby to touch because it hasn't been touching anything else. But I just thought, the fancy green part's the part you put up, right? And then last week, your nanny was like, she saw that I finally put it the right way. And she's like, oh, I thought you had it the wrong way. And I didn't think she was judging me, but it was just like such a small little thing. I was like, oh, people think I don't know what I'm doing.
But I think, like perception thing. Well, you're also very results oriented. Like you do like to succeed.
I want to be perfect. I want to be the perfect
mom. You want to get like, but I think that's a side of you too. Take a breath. I'm exhausted. Take a breath.
But I gotta be a perfect mom.
But no one's perfect.
I know. And that's other people. It's again like my aging thing from like a couple weeks ago. Like, oh, you don't have to be a perfect mom. But I don't expect you to be a perfect mom. I expect myself to be a perfect mom.
I think the best thing about motherhood is if it's anything but perfect. Like that's the hilarious part of it. Is like, if you want to humble yourself, become a mom. If you want to humble yourself real fast, become a mom. Like everything that you think you have control of, everything that you think you can handle and master, like that kid's gonna be like, yes. And then the joke is like you have one and you're like, I know this, and then you have another and you're like, entirely different human being.
But it's got to be a slightly easier, right? Like because I already feel like, the second time around, I would do this differently.
It was way more liberating the second time around. For me, it was like from the even the pregnancy, because like I had a really rough pregnancy with my first. I was like you were preeclamptic, all these things. With my second, I was like on top of stuff. We had a bit more finances, so I could afford to go to the chiropractor. I could go get acupuncture. Like I had a bit more care in place during my pregnancy, which made my delivery phenomenal, which made my like hormones soar, because I was like, well, that was such a different experience than my first, and like that, and like the nursing was easier. So then and then you've already gone through the stages, so you're not like, what is happening? You kind of have an idea. And I remember looking at my husband being like, we have everything. Like, we don't have to go get a crib or get what's the right stroller or what's the right button. Like, I was like, it's all just here.
You know what I find wild? Sorry, you're talking and I'm like,
welcome to motherhood.
And is that I don't even find I have the time to do the research to know what to do with my baby.
It's just instinct.
Like, and people are like, instinct. Like, it's like, it's time to start feeding my kid, right? And I'm like, I don't have the time to sit to do the work to figure out what to feed my kid. But I feel like I have to go out and like do everything from scratch. Like, you know, you don't want to be the person that feeds your kid from like the bottles and the plastic tubes and blah, blah, blah. I have to like get the beef, cook the beef, and I'm like, how much beef do I freeze the beef? What do I freeze the beef? And now I have to buy a little ice cube. So you see what's happening in my brain.
That's what happens with 6 months. It's a spiral, and like they need so much so quickly. And you gotta just kind of, like, the best thing you can do, this was another thing, I have 2 things that helped me with my brain when this happened. One was ancestrally, right? We came from people that lived in caves. And clearly it worked.
Oh, I thought you said incest.
I was like, that's a whole other podcast. No, ancestrally, yes. Like, it worked. We're here today. So someone's lineage way back in the day raised us when we literally lived in caves and we survived. So like there is that like eventually the baby's gonna get fed, whatever.
We survived it. You know how many people didn't?
No, I know, and that's like the counter argument to it. But if you're like someone did,
so we have
you
good
did,
genes. We
like
have good
someone
genes,
who you got through because now you're here standing.
What is that? Like survival of the
fittest, like Darwin.
Yeah. Darwin.
So like,
God, I'm such an idiot. You're tired. Who allowed me to have a microphone?
You're just tired. So like there is that. If you're feeling overwhelmed or like the end of the day, like back to like primal brain, we'll get through it. Like the baby will eat. I will get the baby fed. We will get some sleep. We will get water or hydration. We will maybe. We'll get through it.
You should see my pee these days.
Well, I know. I'm shoving water.
I'm like, what is that color? What do we call that? Amber?
Yeah.
The dark
dehydration to the neck.
Dark amber. And then my eyes twitching and I'm like, I can't figure out what's wrong with me.
Sleep deprivation, dehydration. So there's that. And then there's also, my doctor told me the story. So I came in, I wrapped mine in other little like things when they're so little. And I was walking the dog and I stumbled and tripped and like she got like really jostled. And she was like weak. She was probably 2 months old. And I was like, did I just fuck her neck up? So I was bringing her in, I think, for her shots or something like that week. So I mentioned it. I was like, I tripped. I'm like, I didn't fall, but it scared the shit out of me because like if I did fall, that just I don't want to think of that. But I was like, she really got like jostled, and I'm worried about maybe her neck, like just a little. and my doctor is literally poor. She's amazing. She was like, I'm gonna tell you a story. She's like, it's an awful story. She's like, so I like, she checked in on my like emotions because she's like, it's not a great story. She's like, but there are cases where babies are born and abandoned. So like a teenager or like someone that isn't able to care for this baby, they just birth it and like literally leave it. She's like they're like dumpster babies. They're just left in a dumpster. They're left on a street. They're just left and exposed to the elements, found, brought in, treated, and they're fine. Like
they've been crying for like 24 hours straight.
Starvation, dehydration, elements, temperature. She's like, they are tough babies as delicate and fragile and requirements that they need are tougher than you think.
But so that's fine. I believe that.
You know?
I believe that to be true. But then why has society made it sound like you can't sleep with your baby? You like, I mean, this is, you have to dress your baby in 2 things warmer than you would dress, and then you have to put a hat on your baby. And every time I leave the house, everyone's like, "Is your baby wearing enough?" And I'm like, "I thought we were supposed to be a hardy stock here." Like,
I know there's
it's very like
counterintuitive.
counterintuitive.
It's counterintuitive, and I think you have to go with what makes you feel. Does it make you feel comfortable if your baby has 7 blankets on?
What makes me feel comfortable is winning the Mom of the Year award that doesn't exist. So someone tell me the criteria of winning the Mom of the Year award. And my poor baby, I don't want to be a mom that like lives vicariously through my children, but you can see how that happens, right? Or like not even vicariously, like my child is a product of like my raising ability.
But you're gonna be like, you
so
have
like
such good parents. Like you're gonna be, the baby's gonna be crazy.
No, I'm actually less worried for him. It's like I don't.
Okay, but also think of how much money is made off of profiting from moms feeling inadequate.
Well,
right?
It's the best industry in the world,
right? Download this. I'll give you
Make moms feel bad that they're not.
Buy this. You need this. You need this hat. You need this instrument. You need this. Your baby's not getting enough this. Make sure you buy this. Is your baby warm enough? Buy her snuggly. Is your baby this? Is your baby ergonomic? Like, so much money is being made off of people feeling inadequate as mothers, when realistically, like, again, we were raised out of caves. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
People like, well, and obviously people have, I think my dad's like, yeah, there were so many kids in his house that used to use like drawers from dressers. That was the bassinet.
Yeah. My dad was just talking about my dad, like our generation, so our parents, one generation. He's like, I used to go up to the cottage in the trunk, walking around, just having a time. She had 4 kids. She's like, she'd just throw me and my other sister in the trunk, and we would just like play on the way up to the cottage.
I miss those days.
Like,
I miss those days.
You learn why that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Whenever everyone says, "Well, we survived," I'm like, "Yeah, but we survive better now than we used to. Like, there's probably like less infant death. There's
a lot
longer. So it's like the argument doesn't hold true.
No, because there is awareness, right? Like, clearly that's not safe. If you get into a rear-end accident, those kids are gone. Like, there are we know, but we almost know too much.
And then the guilt. I think it's more the guilt.
Yeah.
That women hold and that we put on ourselves. Like, I don't think my husband had any guilt. Like, I'm trying to think like of an example. Here's an example. We're cooking. We order food, right? And we ordered McDonald's the other day. I get in the car. So he's in a car ahead of me during this whole fiasco that I was saying from the cottage. We go into McDonald's, and he's like, he orders, I go to McDonald's, I order. We get home, I take my McDonald's bag, and I empty out the cup in the sink, I wash it all out, and then I put everything in the recycling bin.
Right.
I open the garage, and guess where his is? They're all in the garbage.
That's why this is
and I was like, don't you feel like
leaving this planet for our children?
Yeah. Like, and he has no guilt. And I was like, you're not doing it right. And he's like, yeah, but like,
I'm tired.
You know, he's probably thinking like dad had. Like, you know, I don't have to worry about every single thing every single time. The difference is like I try to give myself a hack, but then I feel bad for the hack. Because it's like, oh, I put the dish in the dishwasher that shouldn't really go in the dishwasher, and now I'm not Martha Stewart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you gotta pick the hacks. Like, is that just gonna get ruined? Maybe. But like, is it like your great grandmother's dish, or is it just a really nice dish? Like, are we like find where you're like, this is the part of parenting where you just start to softly let go and don't care anymore. The hacks come because you just start being like, I'm not as attached to the values I had before.
Right.
Some of your values will be stronger. Like looking after the environment will probably be a pretty big one now because you have a kid coming into this next generation. I was always pretty aware of the environment. I was never aware of it like I am now. Or like plastic. Like if I ate a plastic, I didn't care. Now I'm like, I don't really want my children to be eating out of plastic. Like,
but that I find like this whole plastic thing that came out on Netflix, like I'm like, I am stressed the fuck out.
And you have
everything is stressing me. Like my kid is eating too much plastic. My kid is eating too many pesticides. I can't move near a farm. I can't move near a golf course. I can't move near a hydro wire. I can't.
I know. It's because we're in the age of information and we know too much.
I want to know nothing.
I know. The ignorance part is so nice.
So nice.
Also remember, you're 6 months. Your hormones are doing a lot of crap going on right now, so it's more likely to spiral. You're more likely to have anxiety. You're like postpartum. You may or may not have it, but your body is adjusting.
And I'm like, maybe this is...
It could be part, like, you have to just be aware, and once again, like, give yourself grace. I think this needs to be your new motto. Give yourself grace.
I don't give myself grace.
Like, never.
Do better!
Right. She's like a drill sergeant in my head.
And it's so funny, because what were your parents like? Actually very kind and sweet and told me I was amazing no matter what I did.
Totally supportive. Constantly. I don't know where this comes from.
Because that's people like, oh, you're trying to break the cycle. No, I'm starting the cycle.
I know. I was raised in this like loving, open household. Like, do your best. Like, have the consequences. All the right. I feel the right way, and I'm like, I think I'm creating
the cycle that my child's gonna have to break.
Oh no!
And then kids will be like, oh, but it's probably generational for your mom. No, just one.
I think
she did it.
Created some stuff.
Okay. Toxic trait.
Yeah.
Do we start bad and end good?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think that's
so. What's your toxic trait?
My toxic trait. Can I remember? I wrote it down.
Okay.
I can go to mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna look.
Well, this one I kind of feel like I've already like touched on, but my toxic trait is I am the type of person that when I'm overwhelmed, I like to layer on one more thing of overwhelm. So like I'm freaking out, I'm stressed, I'm kind of miserable, I might cry at any given moment. I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning up shit, we had a blowout, baby's teething or crying today, and it's just been a really bad day. And that is when I decide, you know what will make this day better? I'm gonna make scones from scratch. I'm gonna try and do that.
That is such a you thing.
And now my kitchen's messy, and I'm because I can't bake or cook or do anything. The kitchen's blown up. The child's even worse, and like I don't know why. It's like let me just or something else I'll do. It's like when I'm purging clothes, and it's like I'm just gonna purge my closet. You know what might be nice to add on to this? Let me go in the garage and then also start there.
Yeah.
Let me
one extra step.
Let me just go one extra step and really make myself.
I think you should get in a zone and you're like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna nail it. I'm gonna get this and this.
Yeah, but then I have a full breakdown. So that's my toxic.
That's a fair one. I fully understand that one deeply.
Yeah.
My toxic trait is clearly backing onto my last toxic trait, so you can see I've done a lot of work improving myself.
So we haven't gotten anywhere.
It's to back to being on my phone. And I do a thing where I will save, like I'll see like a movement thing. Maybe it's like in Chinese medicine, 7 movements to like move lymph or whatever. And I'm like, that's awesome. And then I'll save it, and then I will never look at it again. And I'll see something like a great decor thing, and I'm like, oh god, that's something else.
I'm gonna do that.
Save it. And then, like, it just disappears in the ether of my phone. The only thing I will go back for is recipes, cooking. For some reason,
I don't even do that.
I will suss it out. I gotta do a shout out. Her name's Cora Larkin, and she does Coco Larkin Cooks, and it is amazing. It's comfort food. It's a lot of food that you don't necessarily find in recipes. It's like home, like European-based food that you get, like French, Italian stuff that people would make in their homes. Oh my god.
Yeah, but now you gotta see that it's easy.
Well, it's not easy. Some of it's actually very easy. Some of it's a little bit more like in that her pots. I don't know what they are.
But so it's like that kind of like
they're like vintage look. I don't know what it is. But
oh
they're
god,
and beautiful.
But see, then I want to become that person. So, before I know it, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna also do when I'm making scones? I'm gonna record it, and we're gonna make a little video out of it, and then I'm gonna edit the video
onto my to-do list.
Fuck my life.
So now I'm just adding more things down. I gotta look around.
Yeah, you're like, it's aesthetic. I'm like, now I need new pots.
I don't think, I don't know. I don't know what they are. I'm not cool enough. You probably actually would be like, oh, they're this. But they're beautiful. I feel like not vintage. Like, I think they're, I don't know. I shouldn't.
Vintage is nice.
They're beautiful.
But yeah, so see, that you can't put in the dishwasher.
Probably not. If she has kids, they're probably older. That's the room, I guess.
Well, and if she's doing this really well, someone else is cleaning for her.
Even hopefully. But yeah, so like that's the only thing I'll go back for. So I'm like, oh, you do go back. But
Go back
not
to
for
that.
anything that like you for yourself. It's like I'm like I just like it just goes away. Just lose it, gone. And I'm like the amount of stuff I have saved. I'm like, what is this? Mother life gone, just
gone.
But so happy doing it.
Oh, my Pinterest is made up of, well, see, again, this is how we're different. Because, like, in my free time, I'll go on Pinterest and just look up cute outfits. That gives me pleasure. And then I save them all. But do you think I go back and think, like, what was that thing I saved 3 days ago? Let me make an outfit out of that.
So it's like the dopamine hit. Just like, I'll be a better person next time.
No, that is a toxic trait. That is very toxic.
Right?
Very,
next
very
time.
toxic.
That's for later.
Okay, mom win.
Okay, my mom win is, I was thinking about this, and I'm just because you know me, so on top of being late always, I was never really a morning person, right? Like sleeping was a thing. I didn't sleep very well, so mornings never felt great. But being a mom has like made me a morning person, and I like it. Like,
well, I've always been a morning
person. I know, and I never like because you were like chipper and fresh, and you could get a workout, and I remember being like, I can't really move. I love the concept of mornings. Always like this is my weird duality personality. Always love the concept of mornings. Fresh start, quiet, like all of it. My physical body always felt awful in the mornings. I just didn't feel good. And sometimes often still don't feel good, but I have children, so I have to kind of get up and move on with it.
Well, you know that there's like different types of people.
I know. I'm not. I
did the Aura Ring thing.
Yeah.
So I got the like. You're part of like the 4% of the population.
And
Who's
actually
the early
riser.
Yeah.
You were always an early riser, and I always was like jealous. Like I was like, how does she do this? And just like, I'm a mid morning girl. Like my most productive hour is like mid morning. But like getting up early now, like I have to because I have kids. But sometimes because I'm starting to sleep a bit better, I actually will wake up at like 5 and I'll get up and I'll have a quiet time. And I'm like, I love this. Like the sun will rise. I'm like, oh, I guess.
Sip your coffee
Sip your coffee quiet, hot. Read a book. Am I going for a run? Fuck no. But I really do like the morning.
No, and some people will say, well, you can get the same thing if you stay up late. And I'm like, no, not for me.
No. And the thing, as a mom staying up late, depending on a kid, is it's the fear of, actually this is also morning too, so it's like really wake back up. So some moms do it at night because you know your kid's down, depending on how your kids sleep.
Right. And
then they're down and then you have that hour. My kids never stayed down.
Right.
So I always had that, like, are they going to come get me? Are they going to come get me? Where my kids will not show their face until, like, 6.
Okay. Yeah, right now, it's like, he's never down the first time it's down. Like, it's a couple trial and errors, right? But for me, I think I am like a kid in that the later the day gets, the more anxiety I get. And I get real cranky, and I get, like, upset. And my emotions get heavier, and I can't remember things more, which doesn't say a lot because I can't remember anything anyway. So, I'm totally a morning person. I like that. My mom trait is, speaking of sleep, is, okay, when I first had the baby, I was like, no, the baby's going to learn to sleep in different places. Like, I was like the antithesis of putting my kid down for a nap. Then all of a sudden, that changed in that he couldn't just fall asleep on his own. He needed to be like fed and then put to sleep. Well, now he's at that stage where like I literally can't put him down off my body.
Yeah, he needs contact naps.
He needs contact naps. And like, and I don't mean like, like chest, like just, he needs to be in my arms, and I've been trying to fight it, right? Because like I got things to do. I don't have an hour to sit 3 times with my day. No, he won't sleep on me.
Oh,
like he won't sleep if I'm walking around. But you know what? My mom is that I'm allowing.
Yes.
I am allowing. Like, why do I have to be so efficient? So after me trying to get all the mom hacks and stuff out of you, I recently just started like being like, I'm gonna go to the bedroom. I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna rock him to sleep on me. And then here is the mom hack, because while I'm doing that, I'm making all the posts.
But that's okay, because you're still
on my phone.
You're doing a bit of productivity, but you're allowing yourself to rest.
And like I'm like, well, he doesn't know I'm on my phone right now, so that's even better. Like not watching mom with the phone in front of her face. But I have to admit, it is the most beautiful thing to watch your child sleep.
Yeah.
Like when I look at him, when I actually take a moment and like look at him, and I'm like, how amazing is this that my baby is in my arms? He used to be inside of me. Like it's such a mama. I know. I'm gonna cry too because it's just so beautiful. Who am I becoming? I love it so much. Am I stopping and smelling the roses?
Yes, and you need this so bad.
I needed this so bad. Like this baby is gonna teach me so much more than I'll ever teach him.
Totally.
And
Humbling.
that's, very humbling.
That's what it, that's,
Yeah.
but that's, if you approach it like that, I think that's the way we're
So it's beautiful. So he's sleeping on me, so I'm getting a lot less done, which is probably why we're ordering the food.
Yes.
Which is why we're hiring help.
Yes.
And we're just
And
allowing
we're
it.
allowing to go. Like, babes, that's like magical. I think we should end on that. That's like magic.
Period.
Period.
Hard stop.
Done.
All right.
All right,
Till
love
next
you.
time.
I'm so proud of you. I love this.
My boobs feel something. It's the cherry.
The cherry's been popped.
Pop.
The strawberries have been
like,
squeezed.
That raspberry's been mushed. We in a weird space today. I feel like I'm in a weird space too. I'm feeling it. Or I'm not feeling it.
Maybe, you know what we didn't do?
Hopefully this will
Do you know what we honestly didn't do, which
What?
we always do before? Is
What?
and this is the last time we did it and went weird. We need to have coffee. Like we should be
Like,
halfway down our
halfway
coffee
done.
before we start. Because
It's like,
if we don't, things go weird.
I'm coming in hot today. That's pissing me off. Who can I yell at? Who can I blame for my problems?
And I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, like I get to see my friend, and then if someone laughs along with us, so I think we won. Like this is what your life was like when you lived together.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Way better than something we
That's
do.
exactly what our life was like.
that.
It's a lot of laughs.